Imagine pressing a single button, and your entire living room rises 3 inches. The glass walls automatically tint, ambient lighting shifts to deep crimson, and a 600-horsepower electric drivetrain moves a 12-meter luxury mansion forward without a sound. This isn't a concept. This is the Aurelian Velocity X9, a fully electric ultra-luxury motorhome built for people who want the freedom of a road without sacrificing the comfort of a penthouse. And once you see what's hidden inside this machine, you'll understand why it's quietly redefining luxury travel. But before we step inside, take a second and imagine this park somewhere unreal. Cliffside in California, a snowy mountain in Switzerland, or overlooking the ocean at sunrise. If you had this motorhome, where would you take it first? Drop your destination in the comments. And if you love discovering future luxury vehicles and insane technology like this, make sure you subscribe. Because what you're about to see inside this motorhome is something almost no RV has ever done before. Now, let's open the doors. At first sight, the Velocity X9 doesn't look like a motorhome. It looks like something a billionaire CEO would arrive in at a private airport. The exterior is finished in a deep metallic wine red, a color developed specifically for this model. Under sunlight, it glows burgundy. At night, it becomes almost black. Hidden LED body lines trace the length of the vehicle like runway lights. Length, 39 feet. Width with expansions, almost 14 feet. Height, just under 12 feet. But the real surprise? Despite the size, it moves like a performance SUV. And that's because under this luxury shell, there's something unexpected. The Velocity X9 runs on a dual-motor all-wheel drive electric system, producing 600 horsepower and nearly 900 newton-meters of torque. That's more torque than many supercars. 0 to 60 miles per hour? Around 5.9 seconds. For something that weighs over 11 tons. Top speed is electronically limited to 110 miles per hour, mostly because the engineers realized any faster would feel ridiculous in a living room on wheels. The battery pack is massive, a 210 kilowatt-hour solid-state system integrated into the chassis floor. Estimated range, 430 miles. Enough to drive from Los Angeles to San Francisco without stopping. But range isn't the most impressive part. What really makes this motorhome different is what happens when you park it. Pull into a scenic location, tap residence mode, and the Velocity X9 begins transforming. The sides extend outward smoothly. The roof slightly elevates. Glass panels tint for privacy. The floor lowers for stability. In under 45 seconds, the motorhome becomes a luxury penthouse suite on wheels. Interior space increases by 62%. And suddenly, you forget you're inside a vehicle. But the design inside is where things become truly obsessive. Step inside. The interior color palette is inspired by a fine wine cellar. Deep red wine leather seating, soft cream stone flooring, brushed metal accents. Everything is warm, elegant, and intentionally calm. The main lounge features a 270-degree panoramic smart glass window. During the day, it floods the space with natural light. At night, it turns into a privacy shield. The central sofa isn't just comfortable. It's AI posture adaptive, meaning it automatically reshapes depending on how you sit. In front of it is a floating 65-inch OLED cinematic display that disappears into the floor when not in use. But the lounge is only the beginning, because toward the rear, there's something unexpected even for luxury motorhomes. Instead of a small sleeping area, the Velocity X9 has a full master suite. A queen-size smart bed that adjusts firmness automatically. Ceiling panels simulate natural skylight cycles to match your circadian rhythm. On one side, a wine bar and espresso station. On the other, a hidden workspace with a retractable desk and holographic display interface. And then, the bathroom, which feels more like a 5-star hotel spa. Heated stone floors, full rainfall shower, touchless fixtures, and a mirror that becomes a health dashboard, tracking sleep quality, hydration, and travel fatigue. But something else about this motorhome makes it incredibly different from anything currently on the road. And it's something most people don't even realize at first. Most RVs are loud. Engines, generators, vibrations, But the Velocity X9 is almost completely silent. No diesel engine, no rumbling generator. Everything runs from the battery system and rooftop solar array. Even the air suspension automatically levels the vehicle without noise. You can park near a lake, open the doors, and hear absolutely nothing. Just wind, water, and quiet. But there's one feature that turns this motorhome from luxury into something closer to science fiction. Driving something this big should be stressful, but the Velocity X9 was designed to feel effortless. A panoramic digital cockpit replaces traditional mirrors with AI cameras. The steering system actively adjusts sensitivity based on speed and road size. There's also a semi-autonomous highway system capable of managing lane changes, distance, and energy efficiency. Parking? The motorhome can actually park itself using satellite positioning and LiDAR, which means the owner can literally step outside and watch their house park itself. And by now you're probably wondering something obvious. How much does a machine like this actually cost? Because the answer might surprise you. The Aurelian Velocity X9 starts around $475,000. Highly customized builds can climb close to $540,000, depending on interior materials, battery upgrades, and technology packages, which sounds insane until you compare it with luxury motorhomes already on the market. Some diesel models already pass $800,000, and they still rely on fuel generators and outdated interiors. The Velocity X9 is designed as a next-generation alternative, electric, self-contained, smart, and strangely practical for people who live on the road for months. But owning a machine like this involves more than just buying it. There's an entire financial side most buyers don't think about. Most Velocity X9 buyers don't pay cash. They finance it similarly to high-end yachts or exotic cars. Typical financing terms run 10 to 20 years, depending on lender and usage. Monthly payments can land anywhere between $3,500 and $6,000, depending on configuration and down payment. Insurance is another interesting factor, because technically, this isn't just an RV. Many insurers classify vehicles like the Velocity X9 as a luxury mobile residence. Premium insurance can range between $4,000 and $9,000 annually, covering vehicle value, interior technology, liability, travel coverage across states or countries. But for owners, that cost often replaces hotels, flights, and vacation homes. And that's exactly why machines like this are quietly becoming the future of travel. Because once your house can move, the world suddenly becomes a lot closer, and the road becomes a destination.